just wanted to make a video about I guess the pressure and the anxiety that can be sometimes involved with this job. Looking after properties and maintaining people's houses and things like that, it seems like a pretty cushy job and like a stress-free job. You know, we're only mowing lawns apparently. I think, you know, once you're in the game, you soon come to realise that that's not quite what it is, and it is actually and can be quite stressful. It can be also very rewarding in the same time. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was how to try and alleviate some of that stress, especially if you've got like, I think in Australia we have tend to need more clients because we don't mow as often. I know in America it seems like everyone focuses on weeklies and bi-weekly mows. Now, I don't have a lawn or a property that needs maintaining once a week. They're all, you know, the closest you'll get together with a mow is, you know, is 2 weeks basically. Not sure. I think the type of grass and the length that we cut it has a little bit to do with it. Typically in Australia we cut our lawns fairly short, or where I live anyway, and generally speaking across the country. Whereas in America, in North America, there's quite, you know, the grass length is quite high, even like after it's been cut. So that sort of can change how often you mow. But what I was getting at was letting a little bit of technology sort of assist you in your scheduling and knowing and giving you peace of mind that you're on top of your scheduling. I currently have Apple products, so I use iCal. Now, you can use Google Calendar, it works exactly the same way. And in fact, I've synced Google Calendar onto a laptop with my iCal, so everything that happens on iCal gets synced with that, and so I can view it on a non-Apple computer, so it works pretty good. So what I do basically is when I get a new client, I put them into the iCal system on the day that I mow their lawn, and then you can actually change the repeat schedule to whatever you like. You know, you can do it daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you need. Customise it to however you need. In that item in iCal, I put little notes underneath it, so it might be Fred blogs at whatever address, and then I put underneath in the notes section, you know, is it walk behind, is it zero turn, and then the level of cut as well, like the height adjustment, and then the cost, whether they pay you cash on the day or whether you bill them at the end of the month. I have all these notes for each and every client that I have, and then what I do every so often is I just make sure I go through my client list and I make sure that they're all in the system and they're roughly where they should be. Having that system and the ability to change their scheduling, because it's not weekly. You know, you might go into, you know, periods of 8 to 12 weeks through the winter time where you may not mow their place. So you could easily forget about them if they're not in that system. Mowing their place and then not having to mow there again for 10 weeks or something. You know, if you were just to try and remember it, you probably wouldn't. So I know that each and every client I have is on a repeat schedule of some kind with whatever I think it is at the time. So generally, after a day's work, I'll mow the lawns and then I'll then readjust each, like at the moment as it's getting hotter and we're getting some rain, obviously they're going to be need cutting more. So, you know, say for example the lawns that I cut yesterday, they were on a 4-week schedule. You know, I may bring them back to a 3-week schedule. And I think it's important to sort of spend that little bit of time. You know, it only takes 5 minutes to do it. After your day's work, to readjust your schedules or adjust your schedules in some way. You may have skipped some lawns yesterday that you need to put on to next week, or whatever it might be. But letting that technology work for you and take a little bit of stress away from what you do. You know, there's people out there that still use pen and paper and a diary, and you know, there's so much rigmarole. Especially if you're skipping jobs or you're adding jobs in or whatever it might be, there's, you know, writing something down is just, you know, I don't think it's the best way to go, and I think you can use a little bit of technology to make it a little bit easier for you. And it's something, you know, we all carry phones on us all the time, you know, they're always there. You know, you could even use a tablet or an iPad or something like that to help you, you know, have a bit bigger screen, you know, that you can leave in your truck or whatever you want, you know, for the day. So it's unlimited, you know, the way you can utilise Google Calendar. I think it's a great tool. It's something that's making my life a lot easier, and it's also taking a little bit of the stress away of actually trying to think about remembering the lawns you cut. And as I said, like currently I'm, you know, running a lot of clients, like 100, you know, 140 or 130 something clients. You know, there's no way I'm going to be able to remember each and every schedule of those jobs. So having that all in a, you know, automated system on the iCal is, you know, it's immeasurable, the value of that. So, and as I said, it can take a lot of the stress away. And the major, you know, worrying about the weather and things like that is a stressful thing as well, but it's something that you can't really control. So trying to sort of separate yourself from worrying about the weather it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong, but I think you know, worrying about it's not going to help anything. You know, if it's raining, it's a good thing, you know, it means the grass is growing. It just may mean that you've got to skip a day or two here or there. You know, and as you know, like I watch a lot of the, you know, all of Greg Chisholm's videos, the Freak, and you know, he puts it pretty well. And the fact that, you know, if you can get out there and do something on those wet weather days, you know, the washout days, just something, whether it's trim or do some other odd jobs that you can do in the rain, you know, hedge trimming, whatever it might be, that can get you ahead of the game. You know, it can get you on the front foot and make you feel a little bit better about, you know, that washout day, the fact that you weren't out there making money or working or whatever it might be. So that's just what I want to talk to you guys about today. You know, I would use iCal or Google Calendar. I think it's the best way to go, and it's certainly an easy way to keep everything documented, and you've got all your clients on that as events in the calendar. So just a helpful hint, guys. You know, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help. Just yeah, fire them away in the comment section below. Alright guys, don't forget to you know, like and subscribe to my channel. Cheers guys.